Police are working to see if there's any link between the New Orleans attack and the Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. The person inside was killed and 7 others were hurt. Investigators found firework mortars and gas canisters stuffed into the back of the truck. Now, they say it was rented in Colorado using the same app as the truck used in the New Orleans attack. We're going to have a live report from our Andres Gutierrez in Las Vegas in just a few minutes. But first, for more on this, I'm joined by the senior coordinating producer for our Crime and Public Safety Unit, Anna Schecter. Anna, thanks so much for joining us. I know we're learning by the minute new details about this suspect. What do we know right now?
Well, we've learned a lot, actually, about Jabbar, the suspect in New Orleans, 42 years old, born and raised in Texas, spent years in the military, in the Army, as an IT specialist. He graduated from Georgia State University in IT. So this profile is so incongruous with the man who carried out the attack that killed so many. So investigators are looking at the ISIS inspiration. We have a photo of the truck showing the ISIS flag. And investigators are apparently looking at these videos. We are looking to see who inspired him. Was it in person, somebody that he knew in his life? Was it more online? Was it a combination of both?
Now, Anna, we've been looking at that Cybertruck explosion in Las Vegas. Just based on the timing, a lot of people are wondering if there's a link. Is there any indication to suggest that the New Orleans attack and the Las Vegas incident are connected?
We don't have any evidence that they're connected at this time, but there are a couple of sort of curious coincidences. The same app was used to rent the vehicles in both cases, but that is, Turo is a popular app. So we're not sure if there's a connection. And also, both men served time in Afghanistan around the same time. But we don't have any indication that they knew each other. So this is a very mysterious case in Las Vegas. We're still learning a lot more about what might have been the motivation or even really all the details of the circumstances of the attack.
Now, looking back at New Orleans, what are the questions that law enforcement they're going to be asking right now? What are they looking into?
Well, they are scouring Jabbar's social media presence. They are interviewing everyone connected to him. So family members, his former wife, her new husband. So these are the people who might have known and watched his decline over the last few years. And of course, where was he frequenting in Texas? We know where he lived. They are sort of putting together a timeline of exactly, how he spent his days, because you don't just fly an ISIS flag on the back of your truck and ram into a crowd of people. So a lot of planning went into this, and so motive is a key factor in this investigation, and they are probing everything to figure this out.
And speaking of attacks like these, we saw in Germany at the Christmas market a similar vehicle attack. What can we do to prevent attacks like this? Law enforcement is aware that this is a possibility, but is there anything that we could be assessing as we try and stop this from happening again?
Well, this is so tricky for law enforcement. They are always most concerned about these lone wolf actors, people in the United States who might be inspired by a foreign terror organization like ISIS and take it upon themselves to carry out an act like this. We know vehicle ramming, that is a big concern, and that has been for a couple of decades, but it's been an increasing issue. We just saw it in Germany at the Christmas market less than 2 weeks ago. There was a big ramming in China, but this one in the U.S. just yesterday was one of the deadliest vehicle rammings in this country.
And it's a conversation we'll continue to have. Anna Schecter, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your insight.